Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below, to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say, for those of you who are new here, my name is Duran's Healing, and I provide cowrie shell divination readings for the collective. This is a collection of crystals, stones, and bones, and other assorted items here in connection with the nature, the water, the earth, the mineral, and the fire. And this is a system that I use in order to pull in the messages that are moving throughout the cosmos. And this week I felt a very intense wave of energy. It was so heightened. And I would like to jump into the stones to see what this energy was about. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, your higher team, and they're in the water, which is suggesting to me that you're healing. But because the way the stones are falling, I can see that this healing has more to do with the collective, a collection of energy. But you are the catalyst for this energy being spawned out in a way that is very unique. It's like it's forwards and backwards, up and down, the past and the future. And it's because what you're doing and who you are and the role that you're playing at this particular time. And on the bottom level or in the underworld, what I can see here is that the energies in the collective are appearing like a weight on your shoulders, on your body, and you're feeling that. And because of the mountain stone is right at your back, I can see that some of you may be experiencing back pains, issues surrounding the lower part of your back. That's one message that I'm seeing. But the other message that I'm downloading here is that the weight of the energies around you, you're carrying it on your back. And you're feeling the heaviness of that energy, of the collective consciousness, and you're picking up on it. But quite uniquely, a third message is coming in. Give me 1 second. What I'm downloading here is that this energy that you're feeling at your back can also be viewed as a jetpack. Something to propel you beyond, something to propel you above, so that you're visible, so that you're seen, so that you can rise. And this jetpack, the condensation trail that's coming from this jetpack is the earth stone, representing your identity, representing the fact that you're here to bring forth a new life, a new way of being. And in order for you to get there, you have to go through the gauntlets and the hurdles and move beyond the energies of the current consciousness so that you can be made whole, be made visible. There's something here that needs to be seen, and you have it in you. Something in you that is much more potent, that is much more powerful in the midst of the chaos that you're navigating yourself around, that you're healing through. This energy may be bringing up childhood wounds for some of you. Some of these experiences are really quite profound, or really quite triggering. But this energy is serving as a unique method or model in order for your medicine to be seen. Because what's hidden underneath the gift that you have is the wild side of you, is this eclectic side of you. This is why you're able to keep your head above water, even in the midst of the turbulence, even in the midst of the tsunami. The waves are getting heavy for some of you. And you may feel lost and you may feel confused about what's really going on. But in order for your gifts to be expressed out, you have to go through certain modalities or certain energetic frequencies to let you know you have what it takes. It's in you. And what's in you is this otherworldly energy that has been quiet as kept. You've kept it quiet. But now, the way the stones are falling, it is suggesting that it can no longer be quiet. It can no longer be silenced because the energy around you is too strong. The energies around you are too heavy. And it is calling upon you and your otherworldly wisdom and your otherworldly knowledge to be born again. To be born in a way that it is seen and made whole so the world around you can feel the blessings of the gift that you have. And this is calling forth your creativity to the altar. What are you doing to express this part of you, and how are you going to do it? Because it's needed at this time, because healing is what is going to be at the forefront. This is your armor. This is why you're doing what you're doing. This wisdom that you have is quite abundant. The creativity that you're navigating yourself through and towards is quite unique to see. Because the role that is playing a very pivotal and key role at this time. Because what I can see here is that some of you have started your creative process. Some of you have dwelled in the corridors, perfecting, mastering, making the effectiveness of what you're doing adequate for the era that you live in. And the community, it will impact, will be evidence of your authenticity. It will be evident of who you are. And though you may be working through your trauma, though you may be working through this chaotic energy, but the focal point still remains the same, is the expression of your creativity. And the people around you will know that you have something in you that is beneficial to their situation, their circumstance, whatever it is at this time. And you don't have to do anything outside of yourself. That's the beauty of it. All that you have to do is express this freedom part of yourself. You've been doing it anyway. You have cultivated your world enough to where the stars are aligning and saying, you're ready. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been called to do. And as you move forward and step forward in this authentic way, it's like you have no choice. It's like your back is against the wall. And though you may have put yourself there because of judgment, because of ridicule, because you don't want people to question or to say anything about who you are and what you've been cultivating, but now the time has come. There is an obstacle here that is still preventing this energy from coming out into the paradigm in which it's supposed to be grounded in, because the obstacle stone is in the earth. Next to your sophistication, something is holding back your energy from grounding this very powerful gift that you have. And I would like to know what that is. Because more importantly, it's attached to a level of genius. It's attached to a level of science. There is something here about the specificity of a situation that's going on in your world. I don't know what it is, but it's impacting you so much so to the point that your gift is trying to come out. It's needed. What is this obstacle about for the collective? What is this obstacle about? The cards that came out were gaslighting, open heart, abuse, believing yourself, and success. And what I'm downloading here is that some of you may have experienced a significant amount of abuse, a significant amount of trauma that you have healed from. You have healed to a certain degree from the trauma that you have experienced even in your childhood. And this has allowed you to open your heart in a way that you have never done before or have never experienced before. Opening your heart to the world around you, opening your heart to give people a chance, opening your heart to the possibility that you can become something more. But the challenge that you're facing right now, for those of you who are experiencing this high level of energy and challenge that is coming through the cosmos, is that it's triggering that inner child wound within you that you have healed. It's letting you know that you have more healing to do. Or it's reminding you how far you have come. Because you have kept your head down and focused in on what is more important for you. You focused in on protecting your spiritual body and your mind, regardless of what people have done to you. You safeguarded yourself so much that you have turned this energy in so tightly, so intently, that nothing can come in, nothing can penetrate that. But the challenge that you're facing is that in order for your gift to be expressed out, you must release. You have to open yourself. You have to be made visible. You have to make yourself vulnerable again. And this fear that is coming up is you having to go back into that space that you've came from to protect yourself. But they're saying, it's okay. You've made it. You survived. You made it through the gauntlet. This is survivor's guilt. This is survivor's remorse. This is PTSD coming out again. But because you have came thus far, you cannot go back now. You have to keep going. You have to keep expressing yourself. You have to make yourself vulnerable again. And knowing that you're not as vulnerable and susceptible the way you were when you were a child. You're much more fuller now. You're much more equipped now. You're much more armored now. Believe in yourself and you will succeed. There is nothing but success in your trajectory. You just have to get beyond yourself, get beyond your mind, get beyond the wounds. And know that even if you are triggered, even if you are wounded in a way that brings up old memories, it's in the past. That's not who you are now. That's not who you are today. That's what you were. Past tense. Past tense. Is in the past now. So now, how are you going to handle yourself when you experience being vulnerable again? Because you have to, in order to ground this energy, to ground your medicine to the world, because the world needs it. Because it's attached to your sophistication. There is a science that's higher than you. You have been called to a higher path. It's bigger than you. But you're a carrier of a very powerful gift that the world is demanding right now. You're in high demand. Period. Whoo! That's what I like to see. I am feeling the heat. Thank you all for being here with me in tonight's healing circle. And what I will do at this time, I would like to shift the energy from this very powerful thread of consciousness and see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with you all at this time. And what I will do is, because there is a higher message from the original stone, I will dive back into the spread to see what the latter part of this message is about. And the second message that the higher energy is bringing attention to the transition that you're in, the transition that you're undergoing, the transformation that you're experiencing. Though the flames are getting hot, though the trees are clouding your path, you know that change is indeed inevitable. And this is where you have landed, in the midst of the crossroad. And now you have to lay down your cross in order to get beyond yourself. And though the vision in your sight is clouding your judgment, the wisdom that is buried within you will blossom to shift any doubt in your consciousness. You have to lean on your wisdom. You have to lean on your knowledge, because this is what has taken you away from all the trauma that you have experienced. You safeguarded yourself through your healing journey. That's your protective factor. That's your protective measure. This calls for the very same thing in a new level. You're just on a new level. You're not going to escape this cycle of leaning on your journey, leaning on your path to change outdated thinkings. This is how you were able to advance yourself from before. Now this is advancing yourself 2.0. Getting rid of old thought processes. Even in your spiritual journey, some things you have learned and developed on your path, they're not conducive to you the same way they once were, because you've maturated, you've advanced yourself on your healing journey. Now it's time to lay down that cross. Now it's time for you to get rid of all the Halloween decorations. All these Thanksgiving decorations, and bring forth Christmas. Bring forth a new season. Don't be alarmed that the seasons are changing. Prepare your wardrobe. Pull out those winter boots. Pull out your peak coat. Pull out your hats and your scarves, and begin to gain the clarity about what you're here to do and what you're here to become. Because there's so much more in your journey that I'm seeing here in the stones. There's so much more to the insides of you. There's so much more that meets the naked eye. And you have to listen to that message. You have to listen to the call. But I'm quite interested, because this is a prevalent energy. Some of you are really going through something. It's just ringing over and over again, and I'm not particularly sure. That's why these messages are vague in nature. It captures the larger message no matter what you're going through. This is the process. This is the formula. This is the higher message. But I would like to see, what is the collective experiencing at this time? Guys, some of you may be going through some really tough energies. And what is this intense energy about? And the cards that came out were not in alignment, warehouse of information, place to stay, vitality is true, and soul tribe. And the first message that I'm downloading here in regards to this very intense energy is that some of you may be experiencing challenges with the people around you that may not be in alignment with the core frequency that you're radiating on. There may be intense energies with your family dynamic, your friendship groups, or your work, or this energy may be impacting those areas. What I'm seeing is something is being exacerbated. Something is being made loud. It's like, give me 1 second. I'm seeing darkness. I'm seeing shadows right now. Oh, something in the dark is coming to light. There may be something for some of you that has been hidden in the shadows of your family, of your friendship group, or at a workforce, and is coming to the light. Oh, it's being exposed. Something is being exposed right now. Something that was not in alignment is being exposed. And because you have elevated yourself, because you have healed yourself, I can see some of you trying to play a role to support these people or support them as they go through this challenge. But what this energy is really doing is fueling you or reaffirming you or letting you know that you are on the right side of history. You are on the other side of whatever challenge that is being exposed right now, because vitality came out and your energy, though it may be weighed heavy by this challenge in front of you, the purity of your energy is being exposed. The darkness is being seen for what it is, and the light is being seen for what it is. And it's vitalizing your energy because it knows. The higher energy knows where you are on the spread. They know what stone you are on the spread, but you're on the right side. Wow. That's the first message that I'm downloading. And the second message that I'm seeing here about this highly intense energy is that you're being shown that you have a warehouse of information within you. You're hoarding a library of science within you that you have kept quiet. No matter what situation is in front of you, you can see beyond the veil. You can see. Oh, some of you may have called this years ago, is what I'm hearing. Some of you may be dealing with an issue at this time that you have warned someone or something about. You had tried to tell them if they did not get their act together, if they did not take the proper steps, this would happen. But now, it's all coming true. You were the visionary. You were the truth teller. You gave people the proper information. And though they may have shunned you then, now they're coming to you as a source of information to help them out of their situation. What you say is true. What you have said is true, and now it's coming to pass. Now it's coming to fruition, and all these energies are moving in the collective consciousness right now for some of you, reaffirming the truth teller that you are. But due to your humility and due to your humbleness, you're refraining from saying, I told you so. Wow, 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 wow. That's heavy. That was a heavy message. And I'm picking up on a third message. Some of you may be moving. Some of you may be looking to change up this energy in the midst of the heaviness that you're feeling. It's like the gate has closed on a certain thread of consciousness. You have completed a certain mission. I'm just seeing a gate close. And you have to watch people choose their cars. Oh, the cars are falling where they land. And due to this energy, you may be feeling like it's time to move. Maybe trying to find a place to stay. Trying to find yourself into a new energy as you step forth and move beyond this intense energies that is moving through the cosmos. That's one part of that message. But I'm seeing a second one come up here. You may be a person that offers solace to people that are in need of a place to stay, like refuge. You're offering refuge to people who are coming from a highly intensive background or a traumatic background or situations that may be turbulent. And because you've made your home a peaceful place, you have found it in your heart to open up that space, your space, to others, to help them advance, elevate them, generosity. There's something in your heart here in the second message or the second part about your generosity. And by you doing this, whether you're opening up your home or you're trying to find a new home, a soul tribe will be the outcome of your energy gravitating towards a newer energy, a newer place to belong. Or you are cultivating a soul tribe as you let people enter your home, revamping, redefining themselves from the energies that they're coming from. Period. Those were a lot of messages. Wow, very powerful energies. I would like to offer some encouragement for those of you who are navigating throughout these very complex and intense energies that are moving through the cosmos at this time. And I'm grateful that I'm able to be a voice for those of you who need a little bit of guidance, who need a little bit of insight to what's happening here. And if you stayed thus far throughout this very powerful and very charged reading, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to take the time to come down and to close out tonight's healing circle, and I will see you all at the next.